No one likes us.
And we don't care.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this edition of 360 Sports. I am your host, Ryan Chuba, joined by Nick, Alex, and Gabby. We have a Philadelphia-themed show for you today, starting off with the Philadelphia Eagles. The city of Philadelphia survived this year, despite the Philadelphia Eagles' disappointing season, with a ton of staff turnover after a year where expectations were high. Who has the most pressure on them for this upcoming season? Nick, do you want to start us off?
For me, I think the person with the most amount of pressure is Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts was elite in 2022. He struggled in 23 with 15 turnovers. 2024, he kind of took a back seat and let Saquon do his thing with the 2,000-yard rushing season. And this year, he just wasn't as good as I thought he was going to be. I mean, his film wasn't great. He didn't make up for that lack of production in the run game, and their offense looked dysfunctional. I mean, that's partly on Kevin Patullo, but he really did not play that well, and he refused to run this year. I mean, I don't know what his issue was. It was reported by Jimmy Kempski, the Philly Voice, that Jalen Hurts didn't want as many plays in the game plan every week, and it hurt them. And he needs to get back to that form where he's dangerous in the running game, and it opens everything up for that offense.
I think it's not even close. It's definitely Nick Sirianni. As I call him, I think he's more of an Italian cheerleader than a coach. That's how I refer to him, because what does he do? Seriously, what does he do? He throws red flags when he thinks he should challenge something, which somebody else tells him to do. He doesn't set the defense. He doesn't call the plays. He doesn't make the playbook. So what does he do? Seriously, like what does he do? And the only thing that his teams have in common when they win the Super Bowl, when they make the Super Bowl, is that his coordinators get poached immediately. Whenever they have good coordinators, they win. Whenever they have bad coordinators, they lose. So what does that say about the head coach? He does nothing. So if he loses 2 years in a row, I mean, he's on the hot seat. And then I was going to add on to that, A.J. Brown. You can't talk that talk like that and then drop one of the most consequential passes ever in the playoffs. So you can't pull an Alshon Jeffrey. All right, you can't do that again.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this is going to be a defining season for Nick Sirianni. Last season, it didn't end badly. It was a collapse, and it was their second collapse in like 3 years if you go back to 2023. And I think the Eagles, they were just too predictable this season. They seemed unprepared, and I think a lot of that stems from the head coach, like you're saying. And we didn't see any adjustments like from coordinators or anything. Like he was so heavily like Patullo is going to stay, but then we see that Jeff Stoutland got privileges taken away from him, and now he's stepping away from the team when the team isn't really happy about that. So it just, a lot of it doesn't really add up, and I think I agree with you that Nick Sirianni, if he loses again, he's definitely on the hot seat.
Yeah, I kind of just refer to Nick Sirianni as more of the the culture guy, the energy guy. Like you said, he doesn't do too much, and he said his coordinators get poached whenever they do good. So I mean, I agree. I think he's he did just bring us a Super Bowl, but I think if this next season doesn't go well, I think he's on the hot seat. And Jalen Hurts has got to continue to perform on a superstar level if the Eagles are going to be good in the years to come. Moving on to the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies have gotten close to the peak multiple times these past few years, but have been unable to claim the World Series. With a very similar roster to the last few years, I know Nick Castellanos just left for the Padres. Can the Phillies finally win it all?
Well, I wouldn't call what happened him leaving, but he definitely was not popular amongst his teammates. Like, biggest Phillies guy here. Like, I got to say, and I love them with all my heart. And I remember when they went on that run in 2022, I was like, this is all I've been waiting for my entire life. And now I've seen the same team for the last 7 years, and I think we've seen them peak. They should have won in 2023. That was their year. As Dan Campbell once said, that was our shot. All right, that was it. I think if you want to beat the Dodgers, you have to spend and trade like the Dodgers, and the Phillies have not done anything like that. They used to do that. When they went out and got Trey Turner, that was the last big free agent move they've gotten. Since then, what is their biggest free agent move? Brad Keller? Like, seriously, what is it? It's nothing significant. And every single year, we're like, we have the worst hitting outfield in the entire league. And then they're like, okay, here's Harrison Bader. You know what? He was great. But then they let him walk. And then they're like, all right, let's hire the worst hitting right fielder. Now, he's great at defense, but we already just had the worst hitting right fielder. And we said, you know what, let's get him out of here. So now we signed Adolis Garcia, and I think he's electric, and I think his ceiling's all the way up here. But right now, his floor is all the way below this table. Seriously, like, he cannot hit. And in 2024 he couldn't defend, but last year he defended, so that's why they signed him. They signed him for defense. They don't think he's going to hit. This Phillies team, they're going to go as far as Aiden Miller, Justin Crawford, and Andrew Painter take him. That's where they're going to go. They need their young guys to show out.
Yeah.
I think the Phillies have the horses to win. They just didn't show up in October. They were in the game every single time with the Dodgers. Like, they have the starting pitching. They have a starting pitching staff that there is a legitimate shot that they have all 5 of their starters finish with a sub-4 ERA, and probably 3 of them will have a sub-2 ERA or sub-3 ERA. I mean, Sanchez finished second in Cy Young vote. I mean, he would have won it if Paul Skeens wasn't a phenom. And then Luzardo's going to be really good this year. He would have been close to a sub-3 if he didn't give up 2 runs in the middle of June against the Brewers and Blue Jays. And then you have Nola, who's in an even year where he's been his best. Every year has been an even year. I know I'm banking on that. You have Wheeler coming back, and you have Painter, who's a phenom, who at 19 was supposed to be elite. He had Tommy John. He had a whole year in the minor leagues. I really think they have a shot. It just comes down to, can they perform in the postseason? Turner was 4 for 17, Schwarber 3 for 16, and Harper 3 for 15 in the playoffs. That is not going to get it done. If they're going to win in the postseason, your big dogs have to show up, and if they can do it. And as for getting the young guys in there, Painter and Crawford are necessary. Like, they have to get young talent in here. Like, you can't just sign every single guy. Like, I know the Dodgers have pretty much done that, but the Phillies have never had a good farm system, and they need to start letting these guys who are supposed to be good, like, play. And I think it's about that time that they let the young guys come in and bring a spark.
Yeah, I think it's funny that every year they do worse in the postseason that end up doing better. I mean, worse in the regular season that end up doing better in the postseason. As we saw in 2022, they snuck in and went to the World Series. But now every time they win the NL East, we see them being first-round exits. So if they really want to win, I think we should just sacrifice the NL East to sneak in. But they've won these games. They've won big games before as this group. Like you said, in 2023, that was their shot. I really think that as long as they just start hitting in October, they can go miles. But until we see superstars like Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber and Trey Turner, all of them hitting the ball, I don't really know what they're going to do.
Yeah, I think the worst indicator about this season specifically is the stuff with Bryce Harper and the comments made by Dave Dombrowski.
Yeah.
I think that's not good for the clubhouse. I think getting rid of Castellanos is great for the clubhouse, but Bryce Harper keeps saying, well, I'm not upset about this. I'm really not upset about this. Well, then stop talking about it.
Okay.
Like, the more you tell people you're not upset about this, the more I'm convinced you are upset about this and you're letting it affect you. He's like, well, I didn't care about it. Mind you, he was posting videos on Instagram of him wearing the T-shirt that said "not elite" on it. Like, okay, man, just like be honest about it. And then they missed out on Bo Bichette, and he goes to their biggest rival in the Mets. So, not great vibes in the offseason, but a good start to the season will change all that.
Yeah, but a motivated Harper is dangerous. I mean, remember the last time he got disrespected publicly like that? I'm thinking Orlando Arcia in the NLDS in 2023, and he proceeded to hit 2 absolute moonshots and stare him down. So if Bryce Harper were to hit 290 this year with 35 bombs and 115 RBIs, I wouldn't be shocked at all. But I mean, yeah, they've just got they got some things they got to figure out, and they don't have a 4-hole hitter either, so that's another issue.
Yeah.
I still think they're I think they're the second most talented team in the National League. But I mean, it's literally, are you going to beat the Dodgers or not? That's the question. Nobody else matters. I don't care about the Mets, Braves. I don't care about anybody else. Are you going to beat the Dodgers? Bryce Harper literally goes, I love how the Dodgers do things. He's basically telling them to spend money. John Middleton, spend money. So they better do something. I mean, there's Rhys Hoskins is still out there. Why don't you resign him?
Yes.
That's true. Still free.
Get him in the platoon role.
Back in that run, he may have been the best player on the team hitting wise at that point.
I think he hit sub 250 that year in the postseason.
I'm telling you,
when it mattered.
When it mattered
when it
most,
mattered,
he put the ball over the fence. That's all I care about.
You want guys that's going to hit in the playoffs.
Yeah, that was going to be my point. My number one issue with the Phillies is they don't show up when it matters most. When they're in the postseason, especially the bullpen, I have not remembered a time where I watched a postseason game, maybe from the time Sir Anthony Dominguez was solid that year, which is
good.
Take me back.
Yes, please take me back. But I hold my breath when it's the 7th inning on and the Phillies bullpen comes in. I hold my breath because every time I know they're going to do something and blow the game. I hate when they take out the starters. That's my biggest issue with them is they've never had a clutch bullpen. And then, you got Schwarber, Bryce Harper getting old. Are they going to be able to produce? Look, I'm skeptical of this team, but if they can't perform in the postseason, any team, you're never going to win.
I'm going to say, actually, I think this bullpen's going to be really good. I got to disagree with you.
That's what they say every year,
Keller, Tanner Banks, and Johan Duran. That's a really good 7-8. That's really good.
I agree, but
They're both 2 ERA relievers.
I agree, but when you have a manager that doesn't manage a bullpen very well, it's kind of rough. But I also think a lot of this stems from the front office. Like, what is Dave Dombrowski doing? He's kind of sitting there every year after they lose. He sits at the postseason press conference, says how, we still have a really good ball club. And then
That's
they
exactly the line he uses.
and then he goes back and then they go back out and they don't perform like a really good ball club that he's saying. So I don't know. But I also
Because they don't have enough young talent. I've been
I-
saying
no,
that.
yeah,
Their
I
farm
agree
system
with you.
sucks, and
Yeah,
that's why
I
they
agree
can't
with
get
you.
young guys to come in and fill this in. You can't just sign everybody. Like, there hasn't been a good right-handed bat in free agency, and that's why they don't have a 4-hole hitter.
I think, this is my hot take, 80 Miller is the next Chase Utley. I mean, if you've seen how his shortest swing
I
is,
hope.
he's the
Yeah,
best hitting
I-
prospect.
I
He's
love
the
that.
best hitting
Oh.
prospect they've had since Ryan Howard. It's not even close. He's the best hitting prospect they've had.
You hope he's
I
closer
mean, the
to
best
Mike Schmidt,
prospect
though.
they've had in the last decade is J.P. Crawford, and he's playing for the Mariners. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the Philadelphia 76ers. Is time running out for them as well? A few years removed from the process, the Sixers still haven't been able to make the conference finals with Joel Embiid on the tail end of his career. Maxey, in his prime now. Will the Sixers ever find a title for their former MVP in Joel Embiid?
I think the only title they're winning is Eastern Conference, if that's where I'm going to put it.
Yeah.
The West is too good, in my opinion. And I think if you're going to win the East, this is the year. The problem is that they just gutted their locker room by trading Jerry McCabe.
Oh, don't remind me.
For nothing.
I'm the biggest.
They're like, well,
Oh.
we traded it thinking we would get something else.
Yeah.
But they got nothing. Nothing. They signed Campaign, and I love Campaign.
I do love
All my
Campaign.
homies love Campaign. But Campaign is not Jared McCain, and Campaign is not on a rookie deal. I still will never understand trading Jared McCain. Everybody loved him. He was an absolute spark plug off the bench. I'll never get it. And I think Joel Embiid, his knee actually looks way better now. Maxey looks great. I don't know what you're getting out of Paul George. I don't know what you're getting out of Paul George.
Injuries.
And I
Bench
still
time.
Yeah.
I think I would have said before this year started, the best teammate Joel Embiid's ever had is James Harden, but I think it's now Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey he was already at star level. He's a superstar now. He's
Yeah.
starting the All-Star game. Maxey's going to need to take over in the playoffs. It can't be Joel Embiid taking over in the playoffs. And every single year, it's the same story. Well, what are you going to do in the non-Embiid minutes? It's going to be the same story this year. Andre Drummond, love the guy. All he does is rebound. He doesn't do anything else spectacularly or even well. So we'll see.
But it's not Embiid's team anymore. It's Tyrese Maxey's team, and we all know that. It's Joel Embiid is the second best player on this team at the moment. I mean, that's a fact.
I'd
Tyrese
say
Maxey-
Embiid's ceiling's higher, though.
Yeah, his ceiling's higher, but he's never going to reach that. He's never going to consistently give you a stretch where he looks like that MVP self where he was literally unstoppable in like 2023. So it's Tyrese Maxey's team. They're going to go as far as Tyrese Maxey can take them, and that's just the truth. I mean, they don't have good guard depth anymore now that you trade away McCain. And their wings are they're all right. I mean, Paul George is not good anymore. He's all right. His contract is the worst thing about the whole issue. And then Oubre's a solid player, but they lack depth, and they're just not deep enough, and they're not on the court enough to develop enough chemistry to get hot for the postseason.
It's really bad if Jason Tatum comes back. I think they're cooked. They can't beat the Celtics. They just can't.
I mean, going back to that, the depth thing, I totally agree. And as for the Jared McCain trade, I strongly dislike getting rid of him. However, I thought, a first round pick, and was it 3 seconds? Like, I thought that was good value because I know that he has a ton of talent, but he was not playing good on the Sixers. And as much as I love the guy and wish we didn't trade him, and I wish he was playing good, the truth is he wasn't, and I thought we got a good deal for him. That's my opinion. I don't know what you guys thought about that.
They got a good haul in return.
Like, that's what I'm
but
saying.
Yeah.
The
I think
Rockets
you
pick's
had-
not going to be good.
Yeah.
You had Grimes who's leaving, so you could have just let Grimes walk in free agency and just have McCain next year fill in as that third guard, because you still have, I think Oubre's still on the hook for one more year.
There's also no guarantee you re-sign Quentin Grimes. If you don't sign
it's true.
Quentin Grimes, it's
true.
the worst deal. And I still, as much as I love a second-round pick as the next person, other than Nikola Jokic, can you name another second-round pick that's like super awesome that was like on the All-Star team?
Draymond Green.
Draymond Green. Draymond
Jalen
Green.
Brunson.
Jalen
Yeah.
Brunson, right? But how often do those come around? Can you name more on like one finger, on like one hand?
I mean, not off the top of my head at the
I
moment.
couldn't.
If I thought about it for
That's the
5 minutes,
problem,
probably.
right? And the Houston Rockets pick, they're currently 4th in the West. It's not going to be a great pick. It's essentially another second-round pick. Essentially. Now, you got to hope that Houston either bows out really early, so it's a good pick. But there's not going to be a lot of Tyrese Maxeys where you get a superstar like that at the 21st spot. So, and I mean, where did we draft Jared McCain? 14. I think I think it was 14.
Maybe a little later than that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you're going to get a guy that's if you use that first round draft pick, you're going to get a guy that's equal or just kind of similar to that in terms of talent.
Yeah, we'll see how the rest of the season plays out for them. Let's move on to the other Philly sports team. Let's go to the Flyers. Despite promising a new era of orange, the Flyers have been unable to continuously succeed in the NHL. The team hasn't won a cup since the back-to-back win in the 70s. And with the future uncertain, can the team ever consistently succeed again?
Maybe not when I'm alive. I don't know. It's more so management, ownership.
Yeah.
That is the problem. I think Danny Briere is a fine GM. I think the Trevor Zegras trade was awesome. I think a lot of his free agent and trades are great. His extensions, I don't like as much. I don't exactly like the Travis Konechny extension, but he's solid. The Christian Dvorak extension, I really don't like because is he a solid player? Yes. He is a third-line center and will always be a third-line center. So I don't understand giving him not even just the money. Like, I would have been fine with the 2-3 year. Giving him 5 years is ridiculous. It was 5 years, right?
Yeah, it was
5 years. It's just ridiculous. And you're just retaining guys who are just going to, you're just going to be mid. You're just going to be average the entire time.
Yeah.
That's all they've been, and that's all they will be until they embrace guys like Matvei Michkov. And Matvei Michkov is a fantastic player. I don't know why, but every single coach he has here just cannot stand him. He's getting 10 minutes of ice time every single day. And he's the most talented guy on their team, and it's not even him and Zegras. But he's like their most talented player, and they don't want to play him. And they're calling him, oh, well, he doesn't come out. He doesn't work out. He's really good, man. Like, he's your best player. I don't care how he looks. I mean, they said the same thing about Luka Doncic, and he's like an MVP candidate every single year. So I think he'll figure it out. But Rick Tocchet's not the guy. I think he should be gone after the year. I think he's enough.
That's crazy to say. I think Tocchet's actually been good. I mean, he has Zegras playing at a great level. And I mean, Michkov, the problem with him is he came into camp way out of shape, and he's not a good skater. Like, he's great with the stick. He's not a good skater. He's not a good skater. He's slow. He's not a fast skater. He's not a good skater. And that's what he doesn't get back on defense, and it's burned him a few times this year. That's the issue they have with him. It's not necessarily the fact that he's not skilled. It's just he's not playing to the system, and he's not using what he's good at, and he's not playing defense. That's what's going to get you in trouble in this league. And they also don't have a goalie. That's more of the issue.
Yeah.
Like, Konechny's been fine. Forrester being out for the rest of the year has not been good because he was playing really well. And my issue is that they don't have a goalie. Like, Vladar has been a great signing in free agency, but I really
He's fantastic.
they don't have a franchise goalie, and that's really an issue. Like, they have Drysdale on the back end who's been good. They have other guys who have been really good, but it's just they just can't put it together, and they got cold at the wrong time.
The Flyers goalie position is a lot like Philly's right field. You just can't figure it out. I don't know. Dave Vladar is awesome, though, but he is temporary.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the board segment. One of the things that the Philadelphia sports fans are known for are their crazy personalities. Naturally, this has led to some of the funniest sports videos of all time. Let's take a moment and go to the board and give our favorite Philly sports quotes of all time. Nick, do you want to?
Yeah, I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
All right, so for me, my pick is going to be the mayor of Philly from Sherelle L. Parker from last year when they were having a press conference. But I think it was before the NFC Championship game or sometime during that weekend. She tried to do the EAGLES Eagles chant, and she said ELGSES Eagles. I'm glad our mayor can spell, and I'm glad that the Eagles won the Super Bowl that year. But that was probably my favorite and most funny moment in a presser so far from a fan.
That was a good one. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I saw somebody put that on a cake one time at the tailgate.
That's kind of
Pretty
sick.
funny.
All right. Who's
All right.
next?
All right, I think it's me.
Cammy.
Oh, I lost it. Okay. So let's take it back to the late 2000s when the Phillies were dominating the postseason, and a Phillies fan was asked by a Fox broadcaster how he was feeling after a game, and he just starts yelling. He's stoked. He's like, it's all about the fight-ins, the fight-ins. And I think that this just embodies how Philadelphia feels, not only just about the Phillies, but all of its sports, because if there's one thing this city loves to do, it's to win.
No, that's another great pick.
That's probably my favorite pick, to be honest.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's,
I'm stoked, Steve, is probably one of my favorite quotes.
I'm stoked.
I mean, I feel like that's me when the Phillies get to the Red October.
Yeah.
I'm fiending for Red
Take me
October.
back to dancing on my own times. Oh,
Oh my gosh.
I miss
goodness.
I can't listen to that song ever. the
Junior
same.
year of high school. Oh,
Shout out Garrett
Take
Stubbs.
me
Red
Yeah.
October, like 2022.
yeah.
Dude,
All right.
Watching Bryce Harper hit the home run in Game 2 of the Wild Card Series at my high school prom was, or homecoming, was like top 5 moment
Yeah.
because none of us cared about that. We were all huddled around the phone.
Yeah.
Like that was top. That's peak life.
All right. Alex?
All right, it's time. All right, this might be a bit of a cop out. This might be pretty easy, but we're talking about practice here. I mean, you can't get more iconic than that. When you think Philly sports quotes, this is the first one you think of. I mean, AI is Philly. He's a legend. And circumstances around this press conference are widely debated on and low-key pretty funny. Yeah, man. Like anytime you go to practice, you think about this quote, anybody's talking about practice, you go, we're talking about practice? So, I mean, it doesn't get more Philly, doesn't get more classic than this.
Yeah, that's always a good,
Good
one.
one.
I mean,
Yeah.
Can't go wrong
Pretty
with that.
iconic.
All right. Here I go. So for my pick, I decided to go with "You Want Philly, Philly" by Nick Foles in the 2017 Super Bowl 52 when the Eagles won. This for me was is my favorite quote in Philly history, and for me it summed up that Super Bowl. It was the best play from that Super Bowl, the most pivotal play from that Super Bowl, and I think when we talk about historic Philadelphia sports moments, I think that everybody talks about the Philly, and Nick Foles saying this line and Doug Peterson saying yeah let's do it. Really just made a mark in my memory, and I really love this one. So that's my pick.
that's a great one. I mean, I would say Brandon Graham's strip sack might have been the most pivotal play of that game, but this was
It's true.
They're neck and neck.
It's very true.
Yeah.
I will
Both,
say I
both
was
good.
I was debating on that, or I was catching them babies on like Aguilar.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
I forgot about
That's
that
a good
one.
one, yeah.
Oh,
I honestly
goodness.
should have gone with that 'cause that's so classic.
That one was so much better.
Or we were talking about it. It's the guy that was like getting arrested. He was just like, "Go Eagles!" Like
You have
that's
anything to say for yourself, sir? Go Eagles!
like that's a good one too.
Okay, let's move on to our next segment, which is hopefully going to be a fun one. It's going to be Guess the Philadelphia Role Player. Philadelphia is known for being a hardworking, blue-collar city. With that, the fans always seem to appreciate some role players more than other cities.
Mike Scott.
Mike Scott, for one of
Love
them.
Mike Scott.
We'll be given a Philadelphia sports role player, and we'll have to determine who it is. So let's take a stab at this right there. Is that
Oh my God, it's
is that
Corey
Corey Brewer? Corey
Brewer.
Brewer. All right. Okay.
I'll never forget what
Corey
he did against
Brewer.
Harden back when he was on the Rockets. Oh man,
The 7-6ers, baby. He
The
had 7.
that little 10
is
game he
that,
had.
are we correct with the
It's Corey Brewer,
Corey
right?
Brewer on that one?
I'm gonna like flash.
Oh,
Is that a yes or
Is that a yes?
We're gonna
We get a
get a
thumbs
yes.
up.
it's correct.
Yes. Okay.
Um,
Next one. Oh, 33. Isn't Jahad
Oh.
Campbell 33 now?
No, that's
No.
not a role player.
Oh my,
Goodness. I would say that doesn't look like him. Wow.
his
Yeah,
name's
I'm
slipping
gonna
my.
Oh, is that a running back? Is that like Wendell
Maybe
Smallwood?
Is that
so.
Boston Scott?
No.
No.
Is that
It's not Donnell
I want to say it's
Pumphrey,
the
right?
cornerback.
Josh Adams? No, that's a running
Oh
back.
my, it
right
might be
there.
Josh Adams.
Is that Josh Adams?
I think it's Josh
Oh,
Adams.
I don't know.
He did wear 33. I'm like 99%.
Josh
sure it
Adams?
might have been
Oh,
Wow.
Josh Adams. All right,
That is a
there
good
we
pull.
It's a
go.
running back number.
Oh, that is.
Oh.
Dog.
Oh, that's Trevor Plouffe. That's easy.
No
Trevor
way.
That's
Plouffe.
Trevor
Is
Plouffe.
that-
Yeah, that's
That is
Trevor-
100%
That is
Trevor Plouffe.
100%
Never would've
Trevor
got
Plouffe.
that. Trevor
I'll never
Plouffe.
forget it.
Thumbs up.
That
That's some
is-
good
That
tricks.
is-
That is, yeah.
Against
All right.
Mike Scott.
Mike Scott.
I knew it.
Yes,
Yes,
Mike
I knew
Scott.
it. Mike Scott. I knew it.
Mike Scott.
That's my goat right there.
That's
Oh my God.
Oh, Nathan Gary.
Ugh.
Wow.
God,
Yeah.
That's good. That is
That's
Nathan
crazy.
Gary. That is Nathan Gary.
Yeah.
Oh.
Graduate of
wow.
Stoutland University.
No, he played linebacker.
I know.
Yeah.
Talking about Nate
All
Gary.
right.
Oh.
Okay. Well, good job. 5 for 5, everybody. Moving on to our last topic for today's show. Why Philadelphia is the best sports city. To wrap it up, we're going to be giving our reasons as to why we believe Philadelphia is indeed the best sports city out of the 4 we've spoken about all week. Who wants to kick us off here?
I'll go ahead
Okay.
first. I mean, Philly's the best sports city because there is no other fan base like us. I mean, if you play well, we love you, and if you don't play well, we're going to let you know, and that's exactly what I think a fan base should do. I mean, you should let every player know what they think of them, and it's about time that we start getting hard on these players, and that's exactly what we do. And I mean, we also that walk in your trap, take over your trap mentality. I mean, if you go to any Eagles game across the country, it doesn't matter where the game is, there's Eagles fans everywhere. I mean, they could be in Baltimore, Dallas, and you'll hear a Coop chant after he makes a tackle. Like, they travel like no other, and they're the most passionate. I mean, if you are a good player, they love you, and if you show up and your team wins and you're going to the playoffs, they will pack the place out, and there's no better environment for that. Yeah, we don't have the championships of like a Boston or, but we are just a franchise and a group of people and like an area of people that just they love the sport, and it's about the energy that they bring.
Yeah, and I also really appreciate how, yes, we let them know when they're doing bad, but we also back our athletes. Like, I was at the Trey Turner standing ovation game, and just
That's fantastic.
like that atmosphere was just like,
Yeah.
okay, he was having like a rough season, but the fact that like the whole city like went right behind him and like, we're here for you, like all this, all that, and then it almost kind of turned him around a little bit. He got a little better, his numbers went up, and just the atmosphere and how crazy it is, stuff like that. And you can see them in the players in the dugout, like Nick Castellanos. Like, I know he had his problems in the locker room, but he was the first one to wave the rally towel and cheer him on, stuff like that. And I think something about the love that we have for athletes is one of the things that makes us one of the best.
I mean, first place you go is Red October, right?
Yeah.
It's like a college football atmosphere.
It's packed.
I mean, I went to my first Red October last October. Didn't turn out too great. However, the atmosphere is something I'll never forget. I mean, I almost lost my hearing. It was unbelievable. I don't know, man. Like, there's that 2022 playoff run, and just the way the city gets behind you, like nothing else. Like, everybody who gets behind your team when you win a championship. But like, I mean, even look at the Eagles Super Bowl parade. I mean, they had what 2 million people there.
Crazy.
It's ridiculous.
It was
Not even,
you couldn't
there's
get
not even
anywhere.
that many people in the city.
Yeah, you couldn't walk around anywhere. There was too many people.
My 2 favorite things about being a Philly sports fan is, one, I personally love that all the stadiums are together. I believe the only other place to do that is Chicago, where all the stadiums are right in the same complex. Could be wrong with that. But the second thing I love is the fans travel. Just kind of, I mean, wherever they are, wherever they're playing, there will be fans there that will travel, and makes an away game feel slightly more like a home game. And
especially in Miami.
I love that.
Yeah, and I mean, the Nationals Park, people call it Citizens Bank Park South. So it's like something about that. It's just,
That 2022 run was special. I was there when they clinched against the Braves. That was probably a top 3 moment.
Yeah,
that
I
I've
was at the
experienced.
2023 Braves clinching game when Nick Castellanos hit those 2 home runs. Like, that was pretty special.
I think I was at one of the games. I may have been there too. Was it like a 10-1 game or whatever?
No, I was at the
Oh,
clinching
okay.
game.
Yeah.
But it's just,
Different
all
game.
of it is pretty special, win or lose. It's so much fun to be able to like have the opportunity to enjoy the city.
And Dallas sucks, by the way.
100%.
Yeah.
Dallas sucks.
All right, to wrap it up, let's each name our favorite Philly sports athlete of all time. If you had to pick one, what do you?
I'm rocking them right now. Shane Victorino.
Shane Victorino.
Little,
okay.
like 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old me was in love with Shane Victorino. I cried when he got traded at the trade deadline when I was a kid. I wore 8 when I played baseball because of him. Favorite Philly athlete of all time is Shane Victorino for me.
Yeah. I would have to say the person that got me into Philly sports, Cole Hamels. I don't remember, obviously, when they won the World Series in 2008. I was 2 years old, but as I got more into sports, I just gravitated towards Cole Hamels and like what he had for the team and stuff like that. Yeah.
For me, I'd say probably Roy Halladay. He's just an incredible guy. It's sad what happened to him, but I think he's just so legendary and just a embodiment of what a Philadelphia athlete should be.
Yeah, I'm gonna go more towards basketball here, and pains me to say this on the team anymore, but I was the biggest Jared McCain fan that you will ever meet. I know, he's a younger guy, but absolutely loved him. He's got to be my favorite. Man, until he rookie of the year, Jared McCain.
Biggest what if.
The memories.
That 24-game stretch was something special.
Something else.
Yeah.
And now Edgecombe took his spot, although
He's goated though.
But he's good though.
Edgecombe is a
So
very good player.
it's nice to have him
The
too.
generator.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all the time we got. That will do it for this edition of 360 Sports. I'm your host, Ryan Chupa, joined by Nick, Alex, and Gabby. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.